Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Southern Latitudes. I'm really excited. First of all, we have a short work week. Yes, yesterday was Labor Day, and so it was all about, relaxing, catching a little US Open, a little football, a little hot dogs, and a little pool. And it's great. But today is work, work, work. But I'm really excited about the work we're doing. I am expecting a call any minute that they've got my mushroom compost loaded on a big truck and that it's being hauled here and saves me multiple trips up there because I can only hold about 2 yards of compost or anything in my truck, even though it's a great truck. But I can only hold about 2 yards at a time. So I could either do this in 2-3 steps or I can just have it delivered to me. And yes, there is a delivery fee, but for Jack, he decided that was worth it. My back also voted and said it was worth it. So I don't have to take it off the truck. They just, has one of those hydraulic things and it drops right down there. And so that's fantastic. And the mushroom compost actually comes from a mushroom farm inland somewhere in Central Florida. I think it's actually a little closer. I don't want to say Leesburg or Howey in the Hills or Sorrento, somewhere Mount Dora. I think it's up over that way. But anyhow, I'm totally excited and stoked that it's coming here because then it can mean not just clearing up beds, but as soon as I clear a bed, I can throw in all the fall vegetables. And that'll be great. And I have more onions to put in, but I didn't want to put them in knowing that the compost was coming because I am going to have to try to sprinkle some more compost between the ones that I already put in the ground last week. And I have tomatoes everywhere that really need to get in the ground. Weather-wise, it looks like we're doing really great with Earl is spinning off, and whatever the other storm is that's right behind it is also spinning off. And so the tropics look very quiet at this moment, and I think it's going to be a really good time to lay down some fall gardening. Now we could still get a late September, October storm, but and that's fine if we get some rain. I hope, pray we don't get a direct hit. But anything's possible. We know this going into every fall gardening season here in coastal Florida. So that's always a great possibility. But I'm so excited. So, and the other project I have for today, besides just receiving a delivery, is that my son is going to help me put that black sapote in the ground. Now that's been like a year coming and planning. I should have done it a while ago, and then as you guys know, I had some medical demands and health issues this summer. So it was great, but while it grew there this summer, and getting all that rain, tropical rain, it just, I think, rooted into the ground, which is not good. So he's going to help me. We're kind of high humidity right now, but cooler temps. And as we go, we're going to get up in high temps. But he's, going to be working in the shade, and he's going to dig that hole for me. And hopefully we don't run into too many oak roots as we're doing it. And then we'll just see if the black sapote put a taproot down into the ground. I hope not, but it's more likely than not that it happened already. So you guys stay with me, okay? So you guys, this is my black sapote up close. I want to point out it has a bit of a waxy looking leaf. It does great in our heat because, of this great thick leaf right here, and it doesn't lose and evaporate a lot of water as the summer storms come and go. And so it's just beautiful, usually dark green, glossy. Here's some new growth right here. It does have some chewed on leaves right here, but that's okay. Here's some more new growth, is more chartreuse, and then it turns to this dark green, glossy. It should be putting on blooms soon. It may still be too young. I've had this plant or tree 2 years, and it was just a little guy. It almost died at a friend's house, and they went and bought another black sapote, and then once they put that one in the ground, this one started coming back to life. and they were like, hey, would you like this? And I was like, oh, thank you. So, you know, first dibs on it. So, yeah, it's been beautiful. And it was in this pot that I would say, I don't know how many gallons this pot is. It's huge. But, you know, I put the dirt all the way up. But now, as you can see, even though I filled the dirt way up high and the tree was young, the dirt has settled down substantially. This black sapote was grafted at some point in time. You can see where it was grafted. So this will be real interesting to see if we're attached into the ground or not. All right, so you can see approximately where I want to put this thing. We have a really big oak back here, and then a big root system. And so I want to take it off of the root system a bit. And also have plenty of room to open the coop door. So, although I'm not really gonna dig this hole, I do want to just kind of place it to see if this is where I want it for sure. There are certainly lots and lots of roots in here, which was expected. So I have pulled, with the loppers, I've pulled a lot of the small ones. Still finding them. There's another one. But there's a big branch right here. Letting in azomite. This will help the microbial action. Just a little bit of fertilizer. It's supercharged. Good stuff. Sides ripping, so let's. I think we're gonna lose the whole container. Michael, I'm gonna.
Want the container?
No, I don't have to have it. I got more. But I mean, most of the roots are gonna be contained in there. If we can look up. Oh, we got it. How much of it is? Oh,
Like none of it.
like very little of it broke. That's awesome. Is it coming? Ah, okay, don't try to lift it. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. They're circular.
You haven't seen that before?
Not quite like that. They're black and they're circular on the black sapote. If anybody's looking to see what the root system looks like. Now this should have made the complete circle. And there's the top part. And there's actually not really much to the base of this. Wow, that's crazy. It's so top heavy. There's so much foliage and so very little root system. And we did not find a big tap that we had to break. Just a little bit. So, okay, let's slide it on in, Michael. Okay. So you want to do the top part and I'll do the dirty part? If you lift that, I will straighten out the base. Okay, lift. You're going to have to lift it up hard.
Lift it up where though?
There we go. Okay. There we go. Wait. Keep holding it.
Sorry.
Hold. Keep. Wow. So we really did not have to go that far anyhow.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We will have to build up a little bit.
You're gonna cut that hole.
No. Michael, I hear something in there.
Huh?
You see a fry? Okay, some on this side, please.
Feet, frog.
Where? You are good. Thank you for helping.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, you guys. I'm trying to give you a fair 360 around it. I did want the longer ends going this way and this way, so they did not try to reach out to the nectarine or to the avocado. And that's kind of how I'll just train it. They like to go wider than taller, although don't let that fool you. They can actually go, I believe I read 30 to 50 feet high, which is another reason why I want it in the far back corner of the garden. And I also, I think, you know, it'll be nice and protected with the oak and the fence from at least 3 directions of wind. So it is up a little bit off the natural ground, which is back here. It is a little higher than that, but this is also the lowest part in my whole yard. And so when we get tropical systems or hurricanes, floods, so this right here is the lowest spot, and it will hold extra water. And so I want to try to keep that root ball, and I eventually build this whole area a little bit higher, but I want to keep it above where the potential flood area is. And then we had a whole bunch of this leaf debris. This is oak leaf debris from back in March, and it's starting to break down. And so we thought we'd let it finish breaking down out here. I took just a little bit of the branches off. We gave it support in here, you saw that. Just a little bit of metal wire with a rubber tube around it. Actually, it looks like it could be just slightly tighter. It might have a slight lean to it. The whole tree's kind of wacky because it was growing sideways. So I may just pull that like 1 more inch tighter. But yeah, so this is awesome. Now we have a new addition to the back part of the fruit section of the food forest. So there's not a lot of other permaculture, just mostly fruit trees, and then I have this big pollinator, sweet almond, but the rest are fruit trees back here. And eventually the coop comes in here, and then there will be a door back there on this section right here. So I do have to have at least enough of a walkthrough right there. And then where we will clean the coop is on this side. So there'll be a big swinging door right here. So I have to get a wheelbarrow through here. And then on this side is where I'm going to collect the eggs for the chicken coop. So, and I know, you know, this has been such a low priority and delay after delay. I'm going to get in the shade. But that is because prices of wood and everything. We've just had, and COVID, things, you know, things come up. And then the heat turns on and you're like, and I was still painting parts of the house. And I was like, that was priority over this chicken coop. And Jack said, you know, if they can just spend like 4 more months in their old place, let's just wait and we'll put it off till this year, this winter and fall. And I said, okay, that's a good deal. We got a good bit of all the structure in last October and November and maybe some of December. And so I'm happy about that. We just got the easy part left and moved the chickens over. And then they'll have plenty of shade by these beautiful trees. Look at the view we're gonna eventually have. And then later we're gonna fill all this in with more perennials and flowers. I would love to just take a tiller around the edge right here, a cultivator right here. I know I have a Florida native right here, which is the wavy basket grass in here. And I have Biden's Elba in here. I have whatever this thing is, but that cannot stay because it actually grows big and it's coming over the fence and we have to get over here. I can't usually see over the fence, so I'm gonna have you guys see it first. See what's going on over here. Yeah. So I need to definitely get over there and start cleaning that out. But anyhow, back to what I was saying, I would love to just make a little swath right here and throw some zinnias in for the fall and winter. That would just be beautiful. But yeah, the chickens are gonna have a great view, man. When all this comes together and gets buttoned up, I have decided I am going to make probably a concrete path right here. Just knock it out real quick, have Jack make me little squares like for frame and a mold, and I'll just make little concrete sidewalks going down there and do it myself during the week, and it shouldn't be too hard. He can just help me with picking up the 50-pound concrete bags, and then we'll just lay them and I'll just pour them and do it. Man, that'll be so great. Also, the black plastic, while it works, it is temporarily working. It's also not working because I have that Asian whatever also grass that I don't think it's Florida native, but it pretty much feels like it in my yard. It just crawls over the black plastic and goes into the garden. So I want the concrete to be a barrier, like a solid barrier, and you know, just play around with it and have a great time creating in here. And then so there'll be a little path right here somewhere, probably not right there, that's too tight, but a little path in here for the wheelbarrow to come, and I'll just decorate all this with flowers once all the wires in here. And I got so much planned for this area. And this black sapote was the first step of the fall plantings. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, you guys, I am a sweating mess. It's probably like 95% humidity, and that is not an exaggeration. And it's probably about, I think it was going to 91 degrees today. I don't know if we're there, but it feels like it. So I'm in either the house or in the pool for the rest of the day until the sun goes down, and then I'll come back out here and play a little bit more. So you guys, I can't even talk anymore. You guys take care. God bless. And I'll see you in the next video. All right. Bye. Woo! I got my sapote in the ground. Oh my word.